Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Anne of Green Gables 1979 anime. You already know how this goes, so no need for more introduction. So let's just continue. 3, 2, 1, click.
Episode 26, The Concert Plan.
Yes, the concert plan.
The best laid plans are often the ones that go awry.
All right, let me actually get the chapter list real quick so I can. Because I actually forgot that I think it's the same name for the chapter, but I'll have to look it up again. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so considering what you said about the previous episode.
This is based on the chapter 24 of the book. Miss Stacy and her pupils get up a concert.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Okay.
This is where we properly get to know that new teacher. Well, more than we already do anyway.
Also in her natural habitat.
It's going to be the first. This chapter is basically much like the others. It's kind of also a copy paste job from the book, except for certain extra details, like the teacher is given extra character traits, like she likes playing handball with the students and everything. So she's the cool teacher.
Oh.
And what if we told you about flying on your horse?
Not to do it?
No, not to do it in daylight.
But I'm not a witch.
If Anne were a witch, she would be the worst witch.
Or would you say the worstest witch?
It's interesting because I can definitely see Bella Ramsey playing Anne. She would be actually a really great pick for her, although she's not Canadian. Though.
At the time of this recording, it is spooky month.
But either of the voice actors in
Anne can be a witch.
Maybe.
Sure.
Or maybe she's a werewolf.
These are the most South African sounding Canadians I've ever heard.
Oh.
Yeah,
no.
Still not 100% recovery.
She did fall off a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Got better.
Mm-hmm.
I love I know that it's unintentional, but I love the narrator. It feels like he literally jumped in almost before the dialogue was over.
At least he's not as bad as the narrator in the Winnie the Pooh flicks. That guy can be rude sometimes. I don't know, Miyazaki. That one tree looks like it was shaded a bit wrong.
Forget the trees, Joe. But I know that it was for the drawn instance, but the characters' faces were almost completely blank.
We're going to talk about this. Back in these days, anime loved to do that trick where whenever there's a faraway shot, they save up on the pencil mileage of the faces to save money.
Sometimes it might be notable. I wonder if it's yet another case of the fact that the HD, the high quality, accentuates the little imperfections.
Mm-hmm. Nippon Animation prided themselves of squeezing in as much they could from their budget, but obviously you got to cut some corners here and there. There she is. There you go.
Come on and slam.
And welcome to the jam.
Yeah, basically, Miss Stacy. Well, in the Takahata version of Miss Stacy, is the cool teacher, and she even encourages playing outside. And and she focuses a lot on showing them going into the woods around the school to get them to appreciate nature and shit like that. So Takahata actually gave her even more character traits.
Was she not like that in the book?
In the book, Lucy describes her as a very nice, supportive teacher, but that's pretty much it. But Takahata decided to also make her cool, as you can see. This game is not in the book. This is purely original. Again, this is Takahata's MO. Like he's the king of character development. Like more character traits, more personality.
And I argue that the things that are actually added are not really too intrusive.
So how long will it be before one of them breaks a window?
Maybe the punchline is that it's the teacher.
It's most because Taylor looked at the paragraph in the book and he thought, nice and sweet. Okay, that's cool and all, but I think we can maybe add a bit more characteristics to make her even a bit more
All right,
memorable.
class.
That
your
was
last
like,
teacher-
okay, I know, but it's not for the same thing, mind you. But that's the base mentality that people like Rob Liefeld had in the '90s when it came to superheroes. Yeah, this character is cool and all, but he needs more guns.
All right, all right then, class. Your last teacher was a complete douchebag, so I hope to be better. Which won't take much.
That's kind of what she's getting at, but she doesn't actually talk about the previous teacher, no.
Tio, is that the mindset behind the creation of Shadow the Hedgehog?
Kinda. Only 10 years too late.
Clearly, you have not played Calvin Ball.
Yeah, well, you could just make up the rules.
Notice how her dress has puffed sleeves. Exactly the kind of dress that Anne loves.
Obnoxiously puffy sleeves.
But
Oh,
she
God.
Oh, look, the Union Jack. All right, very good. Now this one.
Thank God these people are smart enough at least to not say it's the English flag.
And what do we say about both countries? We laugh at them.
You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry, Dwebs. Takahata is very, very attention to detail when it comes to getting stuff right.
With blackjack and hookers.
Remember, this is the guy who went to the country in question before making the anime. So.
Yes. Just because there's only 16 of you doesn't mean you can embarrass yourselves.
This is actually a really cool idea from her part, I will argue, because it encourages the the kids to work together, and I could to say, and it also teaches patriotism.
You're just like, yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Don't you see? The power of joy heals me just like that.
I'm really like, what is this joy you speak of?
Well, that's the thing, the Canadian flag back then looked like this. It's basically
work in progress, lives.
the Union Jack with a shield on it.
That screams graphic design is my passion.
In the eighth, what? In interesting passion then, Shiro. In 1957.
I guess
Oh,
that
we-
was the Canadians
no.
identifying with you guys more.
A fucking leaf.
You know what? I think this boy may be onto something.
Yeah, that flag has potential.
I get also where the episode is going. While the previous teacher might have been too stuck up, this one is more encouraging,
Why, I predict
well.
that flag predicts the future of our very nation.
And hence on that flag, a horde of shit posters will be born.
Aside from the prime minister's wife, Miss Stacy becomes the primary idol of Anne, her big
That's,
inspirational figure.
Okay.
That's the thing, the flag hasn't changed all that. Didn't change all that much in 30 years.
Dwibs, it literally became a maple leaf.
Yeah, the bottle and yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, suddenly appearance from guest composer Peter and the Wolf by the sounds of it.
Sergei Prokofiev, what are you doing here?
Wow, how did we get Prokofiev if he wasn't even alive at this point?
Wow, that's a sentence.
Oh, and you are setting yourself up for such an easy joke that I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna take it.
Just don't draw a flag that has like the middle finger in it. Like I said, that's the wrong message.
Sure, it was. Don't worry. I'm pretty confident Miss Stacy wouldn't allow that anyway.
I heard
Was
that
that actually regarded as a foul motion to do at that point?
Not sure. It may have been the two fingers thing at that point.
So yeah, there you go. This is where Anne decides what she wants to be. She wants to be a teacher, just like Miss Stacy.
Wouldn't it be just remarkable if she ends up being the teacher of this very wonderful land of Green Gables? Wouldn't it?
Actually, very good, Jova. She does, actually. In the second book, specifically.
Has there been an adaptation of the second book?
I think
Yes,
there was a sequel.
Anna Heavenly. It's the sequel to the 1985 adaptation that Jove has seen as well.
What did the other movie?
that
Okay, what was the other sequel
that
based off of? Was it based off of the
80s live
first?
action one that
Yeah, that's the thing, Jova. Unfortunately, the what's your
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, unfortunately, Jova, this movies 3 and 4 went in a completely different direction from the books, and
Were they good at least?
The overall. Not very much, but people in general, like fans of the book in general, don't seem to care much for those movies because they
What is
rolled it way too far.
What, did Anne become an assassin or something?
No, but
Assassin! That's what it should be called.
Ha.
so there you go.
I mean, who would suspect a girl like her to be an assassin?
Field trip.
Hooray!
Unfortunately, we spent half our budget colouring Anne's hair properly, so I have these pictures.
It's it's the excuse that it's a montage. There you go. So there's some animation clips. There you go. Like I said earlier, there's gotta got corners somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in my day, if we saw this many kids excited for something school related, we'd think they were brainwashed.
That's a good segue, Java. If anything, this kind of behavior, both from the teacher and the student, does remind me of the early Tandy Computer Whiz Kids comics.
Oh god, those kids are plants, I swear.
Lucy's clearly making the point that of how she feels like how teachers should actually interact
Yeah,
more with the
the
students.
educational system and everything.
Mm-hmm. Be prepared.
Not that way, Java.
Don't you see, the Christmas concert is just a
Oh,
cover-up
okay.
to lay an
We're gonna get-
assassination.
So there you go. We're gonna have a theater play, or a concert, as it's actually called in the book. And yeah, because usually when I think concert, I think music concert, but it's a theater play, but it's called concert.
In some cases, it is. I don't know actually how it works for the English language, but we do actually have that archaic term. Oh wow, it's the exact same kind of thing that Jaded Animation was talking about that she went through as a child in some of the summer camps she went to. That's cute.
Are you sure about that, Anne?
Oh, I love this one here.
anything, even murder. Thus, Anne became the most
Check this out here.
daring. Ooh, low blow.
I love the reason though.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Disney's going to get back to you on that a few years later.
So,
They're all gonna laugh at you!
Damn.
Give it a few. Maybe that's the
The
thing.
Fairy Queen, the Society for go ahead,
No, it was a joke anyway.
for the suppression of gossip. The Society for the Suppression of Gossip. What?
That's a title.
Huh.
Miss Stacy, do you have anything to tell us that you haven't told us yet?
I fucking hate gossip.
I haven't.
Really?
I have an interesting past. I can never go back.
Oh, the gossip killer dog or something.
Yes. And it must be destroyed for that.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Josie Pye clearly doesn't like the casting.
I should have been cast as the person who hates gossip.
Dang, is Josie Pye gonna cut a bee?
Remember, Josie, there are no small roles, only small actors. Exactly.
Oh.
So cute. Oh.
If looks could kill.
Some say that fairies are very jealous, though.
It's depends on the alpha, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Random
Meanwhile,
horse.
the horse is like, I don't give a crap.
Very like, what the fuck happened this time?
What's he yelling about now?
Oh, I'm getting. She's probably rehearsing. Yeah. Being really suffering.
You nearly gave me a heart attack thinking you were dying, child!
Yes, you nearly broke mine.
I swear this child is literally going to be the death of me. It wasn't the way I thought, but by God.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh my God, what have I done? You're practicing hesitations, my child. This is not an M. Night Shyamalan play.
Takata's direction is brilliant. With subtle smiles like those, you get so much insight into what she's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't throw plates.
Meanwhile, these guys are rehearsing the idea for Star Wars.
It's called fencing, Dwibs.
Oh
It's a
gosh, that
man's
face.
sport. Oh, God, God. That was cursed.
Wow, Takahata, that was something.
Look, I wanted to show how she's looking up and making a face, okay?
Again, and just keep that Hinamizawa
might have
syndrome
overdid
under
it a little bit.
control.
But the rehearsal is after school, though.
It's too extracurricular. You should focus on work, 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 work.
Whack, whack.
Remember, Shiroi, she's a very old-fashioned lady, and in her mind, little children should be at home at come nightfall. So.
And there is nothing fun to be found in politics.
Well, remember, Jova, when Marilla came back from checking out the Prime Minister's speech, the first thing that both of these were talking about how the Prime Minister's looks and how, according to Marilla, well, the man can become Prime Minister thanks to his looks, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
So yeah, clearly the priorities are different. So let's see what Matthew thinks of all this.
How?
Now we can only see her eyes just now in that thing. Because, again, gotta save pencil mileage.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, little known fact: the production of this cost Takahata and his team 35,000 pencils.
Huh.
Probably.
Oh boy, I know that look. All right, let's get ready for a chat.
But don't put the axe right near her.
Don't worry, Dwips. Matthew knows what he's doing.
It's more like you're gonna give her particular ideas. Remember the
What's
stairs.
Marilla moaning about
Yeah,
now?
she's gonna grow up to be Haru.
God, Anne, your eyes pierce so brightly through the dark.
She's a cat now.
Or are they Mako eyes?
Oh yeah, you're very dramatic.
Yes, because I am a tragic heroine.
And you're already the star of the show. Let someone else be the star of the play.
Keep in mind, Matthew very rarely gets out of his farm because he doesn't like to socialize with people. But he will do this for Anne.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, people mock my mustache as much as they mock your hair.
He knows how important it is to her, so.
Again, that face.
That Jojo posing.
That face again.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, the next episode stars Matthew.
Goody.
Guess what? Matthew has a surprise for Anne. He's gonna get her a specific present. Here's the problem, guys. The shopkeeper is a woman.
Oh no.
And as we know, Matthew absolutely cannot he just cannot talk to women. He completely fumbles.
He can't.
So what wacky hijinks will ensue from that
So
situation?
just have
He can't talk to women
Marilla
other than
speak
his
to her.
Remember, this is something that, well, let's just say, Jova, the thing he wants to get for Anne is something that Marilla doesn't approve of. So,
Oh, this ought to be fun.
Yeah. All right, so that was episode 26, The Concert Plan. Pretty fun. Shira, what do you think?
This was a very surreal episode. Just it was funny, but yeah, this happened. That's it.
Teo?
I give this one a Canada flag out of 10. But no, it's still very very cute. Again, there were some of those steals, but it does feel like we were running a bit out of budget. But thankfully, we were not that much prevalent. But it's still, nice for the thematics that are treated here. Next.
Dibs.
Other than Anne of Green Dirt Pools, it was a fine episode. I think this was more setting up. I would say this was setting up the next episode with the play, but no, the next one's about Matthew getting a gift.
No, don't worry, guys. We'll see the play, just not
Is it
now.
the sweets she likes?
No. We already did the sweets thing. Don't worry.
I couldn't.
Shira, you'll
I
see-
couldn't remember if we had, but yeah.
We'll think about it, Shira. That's like the another big thing that Anne would love to have, if you remember correctly.
A life.
She already has a life. To it.
Yeah, just stop. she has a good life at least now.
No, I meant after.
Oh,
childhood.
a dress,
Fine. Let me address with.
puffy sleeves and frills,
There you go.
and
There you go, Shira. There you go. And remember, Marilla doesn't approve of those because it encourages vanity, which is something that Marilla doesn't care for. So
Anne does have issues with vanity. To
Oh,
be
yes, it
fair,
is.
so
that's why Marilla doesn't want to give her one. But Matthew has other ideas. But all right, go ahead, Jova, close us out.
Yeah, it was a good, entertaining episode, though. Jesus, that cursed Dan face. Like, she's only holding up that Hinamizawa syndrome for so much.
All right, everybody, tune in next time for episode 27. It's Matthew in the clothes shop. Yeah. So
Goodie.
see what wacky hijinks Matthew will get into in the next episode. See you then.
The
See ya.
yeah.